Boy, you should know her name. Too focused, she focused on her. Girl, you should know her name. Up late, grinding hard, she's a star. It's Paris, Miss Williams. It's Paris, Miss Williams. It's Paris, Miss Williams. Don't just know Miss Williams. It's Paris, Miss Williams. It's Paris, Miss Williams. It's Paris, Miss Williams. Don't just know she's telling you it will heal my body, only soothe my body. All in the soap, all in the soap. Give me one of it's Paris, Miss Williams. It's Paris, Miss Williams. It's Paris, Miss Williams. It's Paris, Miss Williams.
All right, y'all. Listen, this is very sporadic. It's very, very sporadic. Last night I actually was writing up some stuff. I've been reading different books, different things. But before I get into it, you see this lucky evil eye pendant. One of a goddess on Instagram, Helen, made me this piece and she sent it to me. She's a Virgo and I love it because this is very detailed. So shout outs to Helen. Thank you so much for sending it to me. I know that I'm going to make sure I take a picture and spread the love. But today, let me angle it because my shipping area looks crazy. I need to hire somebody here to clean that shit up. I don't really trust people like that. I got way too much stuff for people to steal, so I don't really trust people in my soap room like that. So yesterday, I'm gonna be working as I speak to you guys because I got shit to do. But yesterday, I was reading this book called "Do It for a Day," and one of the things that they spoke about was micro-habits. Right. So I'm going to break down a little bit of what a micro-habit is. And then, I'm going to basically just go about the examples here. So do it for a day. Micro-habits. Micro-habits are small, easily achievable actions that, when done constantly, lead to a significant long-term improvement in different areas in your life. They require minimal effort and can be seamlessly integrated into daily routines, making them sustainable and effective for habit formation. Right? So when you think about like a micro habit, this is something similar as far as like praying every day, right? Micro habits could be praying. Micro habits could be doing yoga in the morning time. Micro habits could be breath work, right? So it's something that is small but makes a big difference throughout the day, and that's what a micro habit really is. Okay, those are just examples. And habits are deeply connected to the basal ganglia, a cluster of neurons located to the brain that plays a crucial role in the habit formation, motor control, and reward processing. The basal ganglia help automate repetitive actions, allowing the brain to conserve energy by reducing the need for conscious decision making. So, how does that play a big role? Excuse me, pardon me. Told you I'm gonna be doing things as I'm working because I got things to do. I'll just bring a few of these. Some shrink wrap here. Let's talk about breaking cycles, right? Because that's exactly what we're talking about. Breaking a cycle, breaking a habit, right? Breaking a habit requires intentional effort and consistency. All right. And I'm going to give you some constructive approaches and key points to how you could be able to do it. And this is what I read last night and I took down the notes. The first thing is you have to identify what is the habit. What is the cycle you're in? Right. And that's why I love my book, Breaking Barriers. Make sure you guys go check that out. Let me just go and show you. I got it on my website. I highly recommend that you guys go and get my book. Okay. Because one thing about ourselves is that a lot of the times we don't even know that we're going through cycles over and over and over and over again. We don't know that we have habits that we need to break until you reassess. And that is the first rule to what I'm about to speak about. The first rule is to identify. Identify what is it that needs to be broken down. Recognize the habit you want to break, right? It says, ask yourself, when do I do this? What triggers it? How does it make me feel? So this could be over smoking. This could be, a person, right? Sometimes we need to break habits with certain people in our lives. How do they make us feel? Right? So, because it's talking about cycles and breaking the cycles, breaking their habits. So we need to make sure that we're doing this the right way. So that's the first thing, identifying the habit. Okay. Then the next one is interrupt the pattern, right? Interrupt the pattern. Change your environment or routine to disrupt the habit loop. So when you think about, okay, I realize, okay, boom, I have a really bad habit. Let's say, for example, the first thing that I needed to do was stop smoking weed. You first have to identify how does it make you feel, and then ask yourself, what is it doing for my health and wellness? Am I over consuming and smoking to the point where now it's affecting my body, it's affecting my routine? Am I feeling a little bit too lazy? Or is this habit actually helping me in some type of way, shape, or form? Is it good for my health and wellness? So we want to be able to interrupt the pattern. We want to be able to interrupt the pattern. And so interrupting the pattern means that we have to change either your environment or the routine to be able to disrupt it. Okay. The next thing underneath this, interrupting the pattern, is if you always snack at night, move the snacks to a less convenient spot or replace them with healthier alternative snacks. Simple, easy, and after 30 days, them snacks that you used to eat is not going to be the snacks that you're going to be into. Okay? Now let's talk about the next one. Imagine the prize. Imagine what it means to you when you start to interrupt. You identified what is the habit or cycle. Then you are interrupting the pattern, right? Now, the next thing that you need to do is imagine how does it make you feel when you do this? Right? What is the prize? What is it that you can see, imagine, okay, if I do this, what do I gain from it? What do I gain from it? So imagine a prize also speaks about focusing on the benefits of breaking the habit. You get what I'm saying? And so when you break the habit, is asking yourself, okay, how how can I visualize myself already out this habit? What would it do for me? So we're going to keep going with the smoking thing, right? When I decided to stop smoking, I knew I had to break that cycle. I had to break that habit. I noticed a difference in my skin. All right. I was a little bit more darker because the smoke and whatever else. And as soon as I stopped smoking, my skin got lighter. Okay, not saying anything about dark skinned people. I'm just saying, like, your skin tone changes because of what you're doing, right? Stress, whatever it is, it helps, it changes and prevents it. So for instance, imagine yourself free from this habit, feeling healthier, more focused, or more in control, right? So when you break this habit, it's like, okay, well, what else am I getting out of this? Can I visualize myself in a better situation? This could be relationships as well. Maybe you need to break out that relationship habit, always relying on people or whatever. I'm just making examples, okay? I'm not coming at y'all. So the next thing we're going to talk about is making it measurable. Okay, making it measurable. Okay, what does that mean? All right, making it measurable. Track progress with numbers. How many days have you gone without it? How much money or time have you saved? Use a habit tracker or a journal. This will be a perfect time, like I said, get my book to be able to journal, to be able to identify, to be able to see what's going on here with you, right? Tracking it down is good because then you realize how much you have been paying, you have been consuming so much of it. You get what I'm saying? So that's really, really good. The next thing I would like to say is after you make it measurable, we're going to talk about daily gratitude quota. Okay? Give me a second. Let me pour some soursop in here. So we're talking about daily gratitude quota here. It says here, shift your mindset by appreciating small wins. And I speak about that in my journal, in my book that I just came out with. Appreciating the small wins is so important. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Okay. Sorry. All right. Back to what we was talking about. Daily quota. Celebrating the small wins, you guys. Celebrating your small wins. After a week of stop smoking, just for example, then you realize, damn, it wasn't so bad after all. I could go another week with this. You know what I'm saying? And then even if you accidentally renege, because that happens, right? So, you know, the devil is always trying to make sure that we're on the safe path. You realize how much you have grown from this habit. It's not the same. So shifting your mindset to appreciating the small wins could go a long way. Okay, gratitude is the right attitude, definitely when it comes down to moving forward in your life, right? So let's say example, I'm grateful, resisted the urge today. Okay, so just saying I'm grateful I didn't call this motherfucker today. Or I'm grateful that I didn't smoke today. I'm grateful that I didn't do this today, right? You're able to gratitude reinforces positive behavior and change. Yes, it does. All right, and let's get to the next one. Set timelines and deadlines. Okay, like we said, 30 to 60 days, right? When I was in Job Corps, they gave us 60 days for those who were heavy smokers or people who did more drugs. I didn't know, like when I was in Job Corps, I was 16 and I realized how much youngins be doing drugs. Like I'm talking about children drugged up. They gave them 60 days for them to break that habit through medicine, and then we had to work out and stuff like that. We had to go to therapy. So set timelines for this new micro habit that you're doing here. Break into short-term and long-term goals for yourself. Okay, definitely makes a difference. And then the next one that I wrote down was make it meaningful. Make it meaningful. All right, connect the change to a deeper purpose, right? So for instance, when I stopped smoking, I knew for a fact that I needed to do it because it was actually affecting my health. That's the only reason why I stopped smoking, y'all. To be honest, I'm a pothead. Okay, but I knew that I had to stop smoking because it was affecting my body, and I would have GERD. So whatever it is that you're doing now that you want to break that habit of doing, you need to make sure that it's meaningful. Okay, make some meaning out of it. I gotta get more of this stuff. That shit sold out quick. I didn't even notice that. Butterfly pea flower. All right, make it meaningful. Avoid extreme, unsustainable changes. Example: instead of quitting coffee cold turkey, reduce it gradually. Oh no, that was the next one. Sorry. Making it meaningful, connected change to a deeper purpose. I want to quit smoking, not just for my health, but so I can live longer for my child. So whatever it is that you're doing, you need to actually have it connected to a meaningful purpose. If you get what I'm saying, it needs to have a meaningful purpose, is what they're saying here. And then the next one is make it maintainable. All right, avoid extreme unsustainable changes. Example, instead of quitting coffee cold turkey, reduce it gradually. So, like for me, I'm gonna keep on going with the smoking situation here. What happened with me is that I didn't just stop cold turkey, even though I've done that before. What I did was I went to edibles. I made the tinctures, which I have on my website. I have the THC and tinctures infusion. So I went from like smoking so much to doing the THC infusions, gradually to the point where I realized here I didn't need it. And see, that's what people get wrong. They just want to quit cold turkey, and then they they don't give their body enough time to adjust. Okay, so you need to make sure that everything is meaningful before you just jump into it. Okay, and maintainable. All right, and then the last rule to breaking habits and doing it in micro doses, micro habits, speaks about you facilitating progress, celebrating the small wins. Okay, reward yourself for even small steps towards forward. Right. So that if that is like, okay, I broke this habit after the 30 days, buy you something here, go out to eat, take yourself out to eat, get yourself pampered. You know what I'm saying? Do something here to where you are you're showing your body and you're showing the universe that you actually appreciate whatever it is that you are doing. Okay. So I trust that this will do you well. All right. If you guys are interested, I am taking donations for my tour. Okay. It's not like something I'm forcing everyone, but if you want to help a player out, that will go a long way. Okay. Uh and yes, that's all I have for you guys for today. I trust that you like this. And make sure you hit that like, comment, and subscribe. Share with a friend. And I'll speak to you guys later. Peace and love.